There is a bit more stuff in here, but that's all I wanted to talk about, the content of his stuff. Just kind of an overall comment about this book. It's not really a book, really. It's more of a pamphlet. Now, I'm not really sure if he's actually going to hand out just this, but in a bound form, or if he's going to include this where he has a special introduction, and then he has the rest of the Origin of Species following behind it. But I mean, if you look at the thickness of this book here, here's just a penny for scale, and I mean, this again is just a picture of it. I don't know what the printed bound form is going to look like. Where, I don't know if you can see it, but if you look at the picture online yourself, where it really doesn't look that thick. I mean, I have a sneaking suspicion that the only thing that he's going to be handing out is just this, like what the contents that are within this PDF file here, just printed and bound, and has a nice little cover on it with Darwin's title on it, Darwin's name on it, 150th anniversary edition, where it looks like, and you know, they're handing these things out for free, so people are going to think, wow, I'm getting a free copy of The Origin of Species, and well, I can choose to read his little introduction if I want to. Well, no, that's all it is. It's just the introduction. That's it. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's just what it kind of looks like to me. And if that's the case, I mean, I almost want to say that's like a form of plagiarism, but that's really not plagiarism, because plagiarism is where you basically take somebody's writing, scratch out their name, their, you know, author by cross their name out and put your name there, and you submit that as your writing. That's plagiarism. That's a no-no. That's very, you know, in academia, that's not what you want to do. But it's not really, this is not really plagiarism. It's kind of like the reverse, where he's taken the title and the author, Charles Darwin, and he's kind of he's written something else down, and his name, he scratches out his own name, and he puts the title and Charles Darwin's name on his own work. It's almost kind of like a form of reverse plagiarism, if you will, which I think is also equally dishonest, in that it kind of scams people into reading it, because they think, hey, it's the 150th anniversary, they're in the mood to possibly read this book, then hey, they get a free copy, you know, I might just read it, you know, Darwin's book, because I have a free copy of it now, I didn't have a copy before, and you read the book, and you get scammed into reading some creationist rubbish. Now, yeah. Also another comment, when I was actually doing some research on the release of this book, I found that that it's quite possible that Ray Comfort, his ministry, is not going to be funding the actual printing of this book, but he's wanting to get other church or evangelical organizations and the people in them to contribute their own money to pay for these books, and then also not only after paying money out of their own pockets to then help by distributing them as well. So he's not only is he scamming people into reading it, he's also scamming these churchgoers into paying money to him to fund his project for him, to hand out this information that is not very well researched, I don't think. Especially the section on DNA. So yeah, I don't know what to think about that. If he gets to if he gets to distribute these books at the number of Canadian universities that he wants to, it's quite likely that my university that I go to will be one of them. So I mean, if I see them, I'll probably pick them up just to see if I told you what my suspicions are, that this is all that's going to be in it, and you're not going to have the rest of the origin of species in it. Luckily, I already have my copy, so I don't have to worry about being ripped off. But I mean, I could be wrong. I could be surprised, and I'll have a second copy of The Origin of Species, and I can, can keep that in there. I mean, it's not really uncommon for people to write a special introduction. Usually, these sort of things, when they have the second or third release, the re-release of a book, they might have a foreword by so and so written in the book before the actual book starts. My copy actually has a foreword in it. I don't know if you can see it so well, where I just forward, and the foreword is written by Patricia G. Horan. So I mean, it's not uncommon for people to write forewords, like their own introduction or their own comment about the book before the actual body of the actual book itself. But he calls his a special introduction. That might not really be the best name for it. If he does have it as a special introduction just before the actual manuscript of The Origin of Species, then it'd probably be more appropriately titled A Foreword by Ray Comfort. But like I said, I don't expect to see the actual Origin of Species in this or this. So, have a good day.